On today's video, we're gonna go around how to make your bike basically look brand new again. So we're gonna go over this bike. We're gonna take off a couple things that we don't need, like these guards over here. I only have this on one side, so I'm probably gonna take them off. Also, you know, we're gonna clean up the bike, basically touch up everything, like all this stuff like that. Just touch all that up, maybe bang this back, and then, you know, touch all this shit up, all the rust. Take the plastics off, clean it real good. You guys see, I only have the plastic for one side, so I'm probably just gonna take these off on both sides. And then I'm probably gonna clean everything, get all that nasty stuff out of there. And then just clean everything, try to get that swing arm clean. So yeah. She looks kind of aggressive. I was thinking about maybe cutting the front plastics, maybe giving this some more angle right here. Like making it look like a YZ450, just trying to angle that like that. But I might just leave it like that. Maybe I'll do a bigger angle, like basically this line right here, all the way up. But I'm thinking I'll just go like this, or like something like this. I'll just put tape over it and we'll have to see. Another thing I want to do now is I want to switch all of these cluster lights to down here to make it kind of like the 700. So I probably put the ignition somewhere right here, drill a hole for it, and then same thing with the lights, just drill holes for them right there. And then, like I said, maybe I'll cut the plastics in the front. I do want to get it a new handlebar, but I really need to make this bike look clean. The other thing we got to do is we got to wrap this muffler with muffler tape. I got that, and take the seat off. And then another thing we have to do is we have to take that carburetor off and put a new pump, full throttle pump on it. Also clean this shit up in here real quick too. And then, yeah, like I said, I gotta wrap that muffler right there when it gets close to the carburetor. But let's take all the plastics off for now. We'll take all the plastics off, pressure wash it, take those heel tabs off, whatever they're called, and then start working on it. So let's do that. I'll probably just end up cutting this bracket right here and down here, and then I'll bolt it back on and just leave that spot right there to cover this canister. But other than that, looks like we're still going on with the plans of taking this. We're still going on with the plans of taking these off. So I'll definitely have some extra screws. Yeah, like I was saying, I'll just cut this bracket off right here and right here, and I'll put it back on. Should be easy enough to replace. I just gotta take those bulbs out of there and put them where they go. So yeah, got that out of there. I'll get that on the mask, on the face of the fender or whatever, and I'll take these off, put them over there too. But now we can really take a look at how dirty and beat up this bike really is. I mean, you could tell before too, but you can get a better look now. It really needs a spray and a really good clean. And look at that swing arm. Sheesh, look at that. Yeah, so it's pretty bad. So I'm gonna spray it, rinse it all down, and I gotta take I'm gonna take the gas tank off because I have to do the carburetor. So I'm gonna take the gas tank off real quick, and then I'm gonna take off the carburetor, and then maybe I'll take off the exhaust while I'm at it. It's just pretty bent right there. We gotta straighten that out. But yeah, there she is. So here we're down to the carburetor, and what I was told was wrong with it was this pump right here. I did buy the new one, so I'm gonna take this apart, go get the new pump, put it on, and then see if it does anything. So that is right there. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for, but I don't see any tears on it. Might be a little corroded, I guess, but maybe the problem is when it gets hot, it just doesn't work right. But we'll put the new one on, and we'll go from there. Alright, so here's that part right here. All balls racing, we do parts the right way, whatever. Accelerator pump. I don't know what the differences are between this one and that one. Oh shit, it came with 3 screws. That's pretty cool. All balls. Let's see the difference. I don't really think that mean. This one has a pattern on it, like some dots, and this one doesn't. So I guess that's the only difference. So there's some brake cleaner. And I guess the spring feels a little bit stiffer. I wonder what'll happen if I put these 2 springs together. Would that make a difference? I wonder. Another thing that I was told was if you open this right here, there's this thing that you can zip tie together, but I think it's already done over here. Alright, so apparently this zip tie here is going to solve some of our issues. So let's put the zip tie on. You know, it was loose already. Hopefully I can do it with a bigger zip tie. Alright, so here's the bike, bare bones. I'm going to throw some purple power on it, all over it, as much as I can, getting all the cracks, all that. Probably going to put a bag over the CDI, and then a bag in the intake. I'm going to pressure wash everything, then let it all dry. Then I'm going to try to hit it with a wire brush, pressure wash it again, and then we should be ready to touch up all the paint. So, but in the meantime, I've been working on the carburetor. Another thing I have to do is take off the exhaust, but I'll do that after I pressure wash it, so it looks a little bit clean. So let's throw some dish soap on it, some purple power. Let's rinse it, scrub it, paint it, put it all back together, see how she looks. All right. So now I'm gonna grab just like an old toothbrush and try to get in between all the spots that are hard to get to, and just, you know, clean up everything, hit it with the pressure washer just to basically loosen everything. And probably I'm gonna pick another day to do this because it is kind of wet today, so I'll probably save it till tomorrow to do all the you know, all the paint work and all that shit, because this frame needs a lot of paint, like all around here, all of this. The front needs a lot of it. I'm gonna take the shocks off and do that, try to bang that bumper straight. But let me hit it with a toothbrush and I'll be right back. Another thing you could use are these brass brushes. and it does have a softer one right here, so when you work around the cables. But when you're doing all metal, you can just hit it with one of these brushes. I'll grab the softer one. Around the motor, I will use this one actually. Dip it in some purple power, and you know, just hit it like that. Boom, knock all that good stuff off. So this is where we are with the bike. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might do those Nerf bars also, even if I don't paint them the same color, but they are really scratched up. I'm thinking just doing the gray. This bike will change a whole lot. But here's where we are. Hopefully the CDI didn't get too wet. I blocked off the carburetor and all that, but here she is. I might get some black paint and do the certain black stuff, like the rear brake lever, the shifter. I'm gonna take off that front bumper. I want to lift it up and put it on some stands or something, so I can take off the tires and then look under there. But overall, she's much cleaner. I just want to deal with all the rust and all that good stuff, just so we can make this bike really clean. So this is where we are with the prep work. Not too worried about the bottom, but I did wire brush most of it. So now I'm gonna cover all these brake lines, all this stuff that's in the way. Try to cover the bolts, and then I'm gonna go and spray paint it. All right, so honestly, I know this is not a good tape job, but this is the one thing that I've prepped the most in my life for paint. So our main focus is gonna be the A-arms and just touching up some stuff over here on the frame. I'm gonna tape it up some more over there. I'm gonna put some more bags and stuff, but I think it's gonna come up pretty all right, you know. Maybe from 50 feet away it'll look real nice, but here we are. Just got a couple more grease fittings and I'll be done. So this is the paint right here. I saw somebody else on YouTube that had a similar Raptor 660 and he did the same thing, and he used this one right here, and he said it was the best match that he could find out of the three. I think he's tried three of them, 3 grays, and so I'm just gonna use this one and see how it looks. Let's shake up the can. Oh yeah, that is pretty close. So this is where we're at the moment. That paint matches up really nice, and it was bad, but it wasn't the worst. So all I had to do was some touching up. I didn't go around all the frame, like if you see over here, still rusted, and in between the wire harness and all of that. I just cleaned it really good, and then just touched up the paint basically. cleaned the plastics, cleaned everything else. I want to do the handlebar, but I'm actually gonna put the handlebar from that YZ450F in the back, so I want the straight handlebar. I just ordered the spacers for here, so new handlebars coming. You know, she's gonna look really good. I'm still looking for those YFC 450 front shocks so I can throw them on here, and after that, you know, I'll just leave it alone, honestly, because this is not a race bike. These bikes are really heavy. I just want it to be really nice. Maybe I'll get a steering stabilizer, and that's probably it for this bike. But let's throw this one back together, and then we'll start working on the blaster after, on the next video. Another thing I did do, I banged the front bumper together. I don't know if you guys remember, this spot right here was like caved in, and I'll just touch all that up, maybe bang this back. Broken, I'll get a new one eventually, but for now, you know, this will do really good. If you guys want to make sure you got your bike keeps that brand new look, throw some WD-40 all over. I think it makes your bike shine way more. Hopefully my paint's all dried up though. She's looking clean. Shit. Alright, so this is how the bike sits as of right now. Looks way cleaner. I'm really glad that I did this and took my time, you know, just wrapping all the bolts and all the grease fittings, because it does make a difference, you know, when there's not like a lot of overspray. Like I do have overspray right there, but I'm gonna come back with some brake cleaner and a rag and clean that up. But overall, it looks really nice. Like I really like how it came out. I even painted the front bumper black. It might fade a little bit, but you know, it takes a couple scratches. But I also put the key right here. I just have to check because I'm not getting a neutral light. I don't know if I need a new bulb, and then I'll drill those 3 right here. I'm also gonna put the handlebar from the YZ450 in the back. I did order the spacers. I guess you need some adapters, and it'll rise it, and then it'll be a straight handlebar. Only thing is I'm gonna keep the twist throttle. I don't really want the thumb throttle on this. I know some people might disagree with it, but that's work for me. And then I'll get all those nice levers and all that. I'll just have to swap over to this over here, the button and the ignition and all that. Then what is this over here? I don't think I even use this anymore, honestly. I think it's disconnected. But yeah, she looks really nice. I did take the headlights off. I like how it looks like this better. I don't ride at night anyways, so I barely ride at all, honestly. But yeah, I like how it looks without the headlights. Looks really nice. One other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the Nerf bars. I'm gonna take that webbing off, and then I want to paint all these black. I'm gonna paint this black too. And then remember how we're talking about cutting the bracket? So we cut the bracket here, here. That way we could still bolt it onto the frame and also keep the tab over here just to secure the fender. And that way it's not like all wobbly. It's a little wobbly in the back, but that's because I don't have the tabs under. Then the same thing over here. I just cut that bracket, cut it here, kept the canister where it was, and then just put the cover over it. So that's that. I want to paint all of this stuff black right here, but we'll do that some other time. Looks like there's some spots over there that I missed. Hit it with the pressure washer again. But overall. This bike went from like a 2 to like a 7 or an 8, even more. She's really clean. I really like how it looks. Like, I'm kind of disappointed on the carburetor though. I did put that new pump in. Let me show you guys. So I put that pump in for the full throttle, and it squirts really nice. It has a bigger, like it lets more out, more gas out. It squirts even more. And then I also did wrap the header over there. I even turned the carburetor a little bit, see if that will help. But we're still having the same issue. But now even when it gets hot, it still squirts. Like, look at that stream over there. Even when it gets hot, it does squirt, but after a while, it'll just stop running. It'll start popping and doing all this crazy stuff. It does have like way more torque. Like, I've ridden Raptors with the 2 carburetors, and this one with the single carburetor I feel like it has way more torque, but I wouldn't really know unless I put it up against another Raptor. I do want to get those YFC shocks though. Put those YFC shocks in the front. All right, so I just took her out for a spin, and she's working now. The only thing that was wrong with it, let me see if it's still, fuck, gotta knock gas out on the, all right, so you see how it's like that? So basically my fuel's been low for these last couple of days, and I've been running on, so I had barely like basically any fuel flow through the petcock because it was always on this whole time. So I just switched it to res when I was riding, and it started working just fine. So my mistake. I still got a new pump in there. The pump was wrong, so new pump in there, header's wrapped. I just need to hook up the intake, get that oil leak fixed, and like I said, we're changing this. The fuck, a Burgess shit? From where? The fuck is it? Right there. Fucker, where the fuck is he? Alright, but fuck it. I guess that's good luck, because that was good luck that was the problem and nothing else. So, yep. I just gotta get the new timing chain on that I do have, and I just have to get this right here replaced, and then no more oil leak, and that's it. So, yeah. So what's going on, everybody? We just got done working on the Raptor. We took it for a spin. She seems like she's working all right. So it would kind of suck that was the main thing that was wrong with it. That was only the petcock not having enough flow. But it is good that was an easy fix. So thanks for watching. Thank you, everybody. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And then we'll see you guys on the next one. We should be working either on the TW or maybe on the Raptor, doing the handlebar and all that stuff. So maybe we'll either do the TW or we'll do the Blaster. Just let me know down in the comments which one you like to see first. The Raptor is basically done. We're gonna put that straight handlebar, figure out the intake, and then that's it for that Raptor. I mean, we'll do little things like paint here and there, just try to make it look 100%. So maybe 2-3 months down the road, you know, it's a fully built, fully pretty, you know, not a show bike, but just a bike that looks all right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you look at it from 20-30 feet away and you'll say, damn, that's a badass bike right there. So, you know, I want to get the YFC shocks on there, do all that good stuff. I'm not going to put like expensive ass parts on it, but I'm going to put decent parts just because I like to beat on my bikes and I like my bikes to look all right. So, you know, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you.